on Nigeria Info 95.1. Glad you joined in. Yes, it is the 24th day of January 2024. Precisely, it should be a Wednesday, yeah? Yes, it is. Wednesday it is, okay? So what are you going to do today? I remember one of my favorite cartoons when we were growing up. It used to be Pinky and the Brain, right? I think that's what it's called. Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain. Oh, by the way, I said cartoon. I know there's a school with the same name somewhere, but there's a cartoon called Pinky and the Brain, and it talks about the mouse, yeah, one mouse and two mouses modified. They were modified genetically, so they're quite intelligent, and every night they sneak out of their cage and think about how they will take over the world. Now, mark my words, there's just a very small lesson in there. They sneak out of their cage. They sneak out of their cage not to escape, not to do anything else, but on how to take over the world. Pinky and the Brain. Very fascinating cartoon. Quite intelligent. Brain is the brain. He's got brains. Quite intelligent. I don't know how high his IQ was. And then there was Pinky, who grounded every idea with questions that you and I would ask and say, how do you want to take over a space rocket, lead a space rocket, or take over the role of the U.S. president or any of the presidents in the world? I mean, there were very fascinating things they did in the cartoon Pinky and the Brain. But the key thing here is every night they left their cage, to plan how to take over the world. And at the end of every episode, they failed on how to take over the world. And when the cartoon is just about to end, Pinky would always ask, so what are we going to do tomorrow night? And the brain would always respond with this to say, we'll take over the world. Yes, let's take over the world. Take over your space in the best way you can. I'll look for a portion of that cartoon and play it for you this very morning. With that said, welcome to Morning Crossfire. I am Femi D. Amele. I do hope somebody was able to pick up a lesson from there. Come out of your safe space every other time and take over the world as much as you can. People may see you today as an accountant or as any of the roles, OAP, and think that's the summary of who you are. But that's not the summary. That is just where you operate from temporarily, okay? That's where you operate for now. And when you move out of there, people may not know what you do in the dark in order to move forward and to move ahead. Let's check in with the headlines for today. Welcome once again.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's take on the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I am Femi D. Amele.
All right, let's check in with some of the biggest stories as we have them for today from Daily Trust, Leadership, The Sun, Daily Post, and Vanguard as well. Do remember these newspapers are also published in print version. I therefore encourage everyone to go and read it at the print or electronic. Or just to mention as well that the stories and headlines have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers. And we on Nigeria Info are only informing you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Starting off with Daily Trust. You will soon enjoy benefits of tough decisions. Tinubu assures Nigerians. Tinubu hosts U.S. Secretary of State at Aso Rock. Are the Super Eagles going spiritual in the knockout stage? Ghanaian coach sacked after early AFCON exit. How Issa Gusau inspired Daily Trust Integrity Award. For Netanyahu will be the pebbles. Benzema feels under pressure, wants to leave Saudi club. There are plans to disrupt February 3 by-elections. INEC raises alarm. 4 billion naira fraud. EFCC to arraign Obiano Wednesday. August Speaker impeached. Oshoba loyalist takes over. On insecurity, Plateau governor declares 24-hour curfew in Plateau LGA. I understand there was some serious fighting in Plateau State yesterday. As even headsmen, who were taking their cows through certain parts, were being protected by the police. At least that's the gist I heard. They had to be protected because the people were angry and wanted to fight back and go after their communities, and all kinds of things. It was just a very disheartening story to listen to. On governorship now, there must be an end to unhealthy rivalry. Adebutu's father writes Abiodun. Following refinery takeover, Dangote registers 3 oil marketers. INEC, alerts on plan to disrupt February 3 by-elections. DSS arrests APC stalwart who threatened to make Kano ungovernable. Ogun allays fears over growing debt profile. Federal government sets up committee for surveillance system installation on Abuja Kaduna Highway. At APC aspirant Umakile denies withdrawing from race. Police DSS take over Ogun Assembly after speaker impeachment. Earthquake claims lives in northwestern China. Accountability Lab calls for urgent review of digital practices legislation. All right, well, there's a good number of stories from Daily Trust. And now to leadership for today. Insecurity, probe terrorism financing now. Northern elders, CSOs tell Tinubu. Many fear killed in fresh Plateau attack. Other stories, AFCON. Cameroon faced Nigeria in last 16 after beating Gambia 3-2. Also, poor power generation linked to gas supply hiccup. Oil workers reject Shell's $2.4 billion US after asset sale declare strike notice. Credible elections. INEC wants attention on candidates and supporters. We paid 55 million naira to free our Kadriya sisters, says family. Residents defer on planned review of Kano Emirates. The powers of one-party dominance in local government elections. High Court dismisses suit against Tinubu's intervention in Rivers political crisis. And then you have conflicting court rulings spark confusion in Rivers. Ogun Assembly Speaker Kulu Oluomo impeached. APC to Fubara presents 2024 budget properly to House of Assembly. Governor of Plateau State slams 24-hour curfew on Plateau local government areas. Alleged 583 million naira fraud. Allow EFCC do its job. Mumuni tells Nigerians. And now to leadership newspaper for today. The Sun, picks up a few stories here. You find the Sun Award Bidders 2023 Government Ekpe Mupolo Courage and Leadership Award. Okay, they also fight from the Sun for today. Governor of Plateau State imposes 24-hour curfew on Mangu over renewed killings. Drama as Plateau Speaker bars 16 APC PDP members from resuming legislative duties. INEC raises alarm over plans to disrupt February 3 rerun by-elections. PDP, fresh crisis as Showumi asks court to stop Damangun-led national leadership. Edo Gibbon now, friends pick 50 million naira nomination funds for Edo State's Okwebe Holo. Group endorses Ogun Central Technocrat as Abiodun's successor. Obi Bode George Middlebelt Forum tackle Tinubu over insecurity. Lagos State government pays 57.7 billion naira to 16,340 pensioners in 5 years. Our oil inputs in oil and gas will be safeguarded and enhance investments, says Tinubu. Federal government eyes 100,000 jobs, 50,000 megatons of cooking gas with new depot. All right, well, there. Those are stories from The Sun. And now to Daily Post. Blinken arrives Abuja, set to meet with Tinubu for bilateral talks. And then we impeach Olumo because he was denying us money, Ogun lawmakers. And then you have EFCC takes ex-governor Obiano into custody after arraignment over alleged 4 billion naira fraud. Former Anambra Governor Obiano to be arraigned Wednesday over alleged money laundering. Kwara Assembly backs Governor Abdul Razak on renovation of state hotel with 17 billion naira. Relocation of CBN units. There will be political consequences, says Udume. On corruption now, start acting like whistleblowers. ICPC to Nigerian students. Katsina, Governor Rada orders all public officials to declare assets. Then you have this episode, an exception. Rose Vivo speaks after paying £778 to Chika Jones. Fire destroys goods worth millions of naira in Oyo market. Rerun election. Political parties sign peace accord in Jigawa. INEC updates on locations for next month's election. Cause for security. All right, well, that's that from Daily Post. And now to Vanguard for today. Jakpa, 32,462 Nigerians apply for passports in 2 weeks. Implement NSAS report. U.S. tells federal government. Our federal government and others gain 1.05 trillion naira from naira depreciation. Kidnapping. Wike asks Abuja Council to strengthen vigilance teams and procures more vehicles. Our federal government and others gain 1.05 trillion naira from naira depreciation. Court orders registration of new lawyer association to rival NBA. And then U.S. pastor who pocketed investors $1.3 million says God told him to do it. Babatunde Fashola's pension claims by Rotimi Fason. Why Southeast governor should stop interfering in traditional institution matters, says Monarchs. Rivers crisis. Rivers elders kick as court shuns suit against Tinubu's peace pact. Why we impeach Speaker Ogun Assembly? Nigeria must be restructured to end insecurity. Gani Adams. Governor Rada directs all Katsina government officials to declare assets. All right, that's what we do have for today, including IGP upgrades Police Intel Department, post 54 ACPs to commands nationwide. And that's it for now from the papers. That's from Vanguard, Daily Post, The Sun, Leadership, and Daily Trust for today. Do remember the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
We'll actually take your calls at this very time. Okay, we'll take your calls via the WhatsApp line on 080-999-30137. Okay, the WhatsApp line again, 080-999-30137. Okay, and you can join us on Facebook and on YouTube at this time at Nigeria Info Abuja. On Facebook, same experience you get if you're on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Let's take on your calls and your views this very morning. We ask of you to follow through with our editorial guide. Your calls need to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us on Nigeria Info.
Watch your number one talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info. Every day of the week, Mondays to Friday on YouTube to catch up with the Morning Crossfire.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Welcome to Morning Crossfire. Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Nigerian Info family. I hope you had a pleasant night's rest with the family.
I believe I did.
Yeah, what class of Femi? It is clear now to see, for the whole world to know that it is those in authority in Plateau State that doesn't want peace in that state. Of where does the speaker derive his power from to bar the 16 APC lawmakers that were duly or erroneously, as long as that judgment has not been vacated by appeal court, to resume their work yesterday. These are the things we are doing that is further causing problems. That state is in a fragile state of security. Security.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, I wanted to be sure.
No.
You, Plateau State, right? That's what you're talking about. Or Rivers.
Yeah, Plateau State. You said the speaker bad the
16.
Yeah.
I just
so
wanted
you see,
to clarify,
this is a state that is on the keg of gunpowder. You understand? They are just looking for just a matches to light problem. Instead of you to just look at a way of amicable way of resolve, you are trying to create more chaos. Or do you think all those 16 lawmakers doesn't have supporters who are ready to do anything to protect them too? We should be careful as citizens of this country. And in doing which consequences? In fact, we could just come out to for that National Assembly. Maybe that will be the consequences. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
All right, thank you for your view. Let's take on more calls at this time. Good morning to you. Welcome. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Femi D.
Welcome.
Nothing break the news like the news.
And I can prove it. Welcome, sir.
But if I, Naga Sheka, tell that Indume, she stop that one. There's nothing, we don't have, there won't be any consequence. Baba, do your work. I love your work. There won't be any consequence. Keep doing your good work, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I want to talk about what happened in Buadi. They pay 55 million to the criminals for their family member to be released. Can't we have the intelligence how even this money will be distributed to these people, how they can trace this money and get this criminal, so 55 million will be given to these people just like that? How about security should do something? Trace this money. Get to know who are the ones spending this money. They can get this intelligence through central bank. As they are spending this money, they will be cutting them one after the other. This is the intelligence we are talking of. Please, I'm urging the government to do the security should eulogize this issue, unite and see how this kidnapping ends in this country. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your viewpoints as well. That's very morning. Keeping up with all the calls. Let's take on this. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Femi D.
You're welcome.
That is a Ben speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, Femi D, this morning, the arrest of APC member in Kano, for trying to make the state, ungovernable. You see, my worry now is that there are such traits in the past, very popular traits, and nothing happens to them. Some even end up becoming something else. Yes, which all of us, saw them. Now, what will happen to this man now? It will just go like that. As they leave all those ones, also equally, they will leave him. So traits are bad, but that the punishment started from that time. Then how do we punish this one now?
Okay.
You can't leave one and punish the other.
All right.
You understand?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you as well. All right. More calls. Let's take more calls quickly. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Yeah, well done. I called to check on you.
I'm so grateful, madam.
I hope you are not cold. All right, dear. I hope you are not cold. Please take care of you for us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
My name is Mrs. Sobers. I hear people say, Mr. President, make you work well. Me, I'm waiting for Mr. President to tell us whether he's the one proposing to move those key departments to Lagos, or, some of us, when you give us portfolio, we want to show you we love you. We want to do all we could to show that we love you. Could it be that some people just want to tell Mr. President they love him? So therefore, without considering the staff of those key departments, what they will go through, separating them from their family, and the implication of moving it. It's a long-term thing to move a particular department to another place. To relocate our office is not a day joke. I don't know if it's going to be with immediate effect or it will take 10 or 20 years to move those departments. So that's why I don't want to make any comment. If I now hear it from the presidency or the president that yes, this is what he planned, then I will advise him that certain ministries too should be considered. Take them to areas where they will function better than FCT. Okay. Finally, on the issue of insecurity, we should just keep praying and be vigilant. The security people are doing well, but they can do better. I hear somebody talking of money. When you pay ransom, these men of the underworld, they will first of all count the money. They will count it. If 1,000 naira is missing, they will not release your people. So we just leave everything for God and we pray, because they are not here to joke too. Dr. Femi, please secure you.
Okay. I did pick up on the last part of what you said. Not too sure why. Okay, but it looks like the network did take out the last part of what you had to share with us. I've said Muazu says, good morning, Femi. This from Facebook. Muazu John Lassisi says, from Jigbo Buhari, good to see and hear your clear voice this morning. Please break the news as usual. Dr. Monsieur Libera from Uri says, any government that is not laid on sound moral foundation is bound to fail. Nigerians deserve to be told the truth at all times, no matter how bitter and disappointing it may sound. I advise the leaders to serve humanity like men of old, so that history will be kind to them. True leaders all over the world leave legacies for which history will remember them through positive ways they touch lives, situations, circumstances, immortalize their names in people's mind. Good morning, Pastor Femi D. That's Babalola Oladipupo. Golden Ebere says, good morning, Femi D. Obul Prince JP says, good morning. Is watching live and direct from Abuja. Wachuku Kennedy Chedu writes it. He says, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Call this busy suit challenging Tinubu's intervention is laughable and unbelievable. Fubara should have known by now that judiciary belongs to the president. Fubara should stop chasing shadows. He should be very careful and watchful, because what happened in Imo in 2019 might likely replicate itself in Rivers. Josiah Oba also joins the conversation. He says, Plateau State should be allowed to be in peace. Why is it that people can't stay on their own without infringing on other people's existence? Daniel Tayila says, politics in Nigeria is becoming worrisome. What's the problem here? I've said Muazu says, great job. Josiah also joins in at some point. Sunday Gado Joseph says, good morning, FMD. I don't know when the security agencies will take drastic measures towards securing our dear country. Please, enough is enough for the killings and kidnappings in this country. Okay, all right, well, that's that, in line of that. And you have Abdullahi Damagaji saying, good morning, FMD. Please, what is Ali Undume talking about? Okay, that's the point you are raising with regards to this. On WhatsApp, JJ from Kuje says, good morning, Nigeria Info. Make the government pay wages award for October to December. And then may God bless all security personnel. Federal government should provide them all the necessary gadgets to enable them to work well. Engineer Ahmed from Cuba did share his view on this. Good morning, Femi. Truly, what Mamizi said is true. Locating the staffs is not funny. My boss friend was transferred to Lagos. Doctor to parent as VI is 11 million naira as a woman, Adam, as a matter of fact. That's some view there. Thank you so much for that. When we do come back after the break, the U.S. Secretary of State is in the country, or visiting the president. He did share his view on quite a number of subjects as relates to U.S.-Nigeria relations and much more. Stay with us right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. We'll be back with more.
What's happening here? Do you have what it takes?
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info.